Hello, Earthlings, and welcome. Welcome to another episode of Hangouts. Let me get situated here. Oh, it's all mixed up. Okay, testing. Okay, we're looking good on the audio. Testing. Welcome to Hangouts, the show where sometimes I have guests. This week I'm alone. Much like Jaster. Well, Jaster actually has a team of people in this game, Rogue Galaxy. It's a cult classic RPG from the developers of Dark Cloud 2. Dragon Quest VIII, you ever heard of it? White Knight Chronicles. And more recently, the Professor Layton series on Nintendo DS and 3DS. And I believe now they are making the Yokai Watch games, and I have kind of fallen out of those current games they're making. I don't know. But here we are at a RPG, the last RPG they made for the PS2 generation. Yes. And that is Rogue Galaxy. So here we are right in the story. We are joined with Jaster, who is the space pirate guy. He's on this mission. They mistaked him. Basically R2-D2 basically of this game. There's a robot and this other robot have joined and said, we need Desert Claw. Well, Jaster is kind of on this slave planet. All these people are taken under as slaves. They're oppressed. This magic guy shows up, this pimp guy shows up, gives them the sword. They were mistaken for this person, Desert Claw, this legendary hunter guy. And we are on a mission now, riding into space with a giant space pirate ship. And where I'm at now, I'm on like kind of the first big place outside of that is starting of his journey, Jaster's journey. Say that 8 times fast. And we are in this Burquaqua village. This kind of tropical place. We have crash landed, and we are joined trying to find fire fruit to get the heck out of the planet. We're trying to get off the planet. That is where I'm at. So far, I've picked it up, and that is where we will start our journey. I never like to start straight from the beginning, you know, these hangouts. But I forgot where I'm doing. What am I doing? Sometimes it tells me. Maybe? No, just kind of, it actually just points me in the direction to go. So, in the chat, say hello. We're just playing some Rogue Galaxy. I've changed the lighting to be more galaxy-like, which is blue. Blue symbolizes the galaxy to me for some reason. Couldn't simulate stars. Let me know how the audio is. Well,
let's just leave it at that for now.
Keep it down. Try not to be too crazy with the audio, because sometimes it likes to frick up on me.
Don't fall behind, okay?
So yeah, this is Jaster. I think these graphics, well, this is upscaled. They ported it to the PS4, that's why I'm playing it on the PS4 version. I think this game looks freaking great. For a PS2 era game, this is
how long
awesome.
You gotta stand around here?
Hello, video and audio is out of sync big time. Let me see if I can't fix something. The only reason it would do that. Whoa, let me do that. Who's ever done that?
I wonder how far we've
If I just
gotten.
go straight down to this. I've never done this before. I don't know what the frick is going to do here. Okay. Check the audio now. Check.
We're wasting time.
Check audio. Check. Check. Check, check, check. How is the audio? How is the audio? Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2. And what's up, AOI?
This is.
What is up? Check, check. 1, 2. Unfortunately, the same. I think we're gonna have to deal with it. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me try one more thing. One more thing here, frick. If this doesn't work, we're just gonna have to be in two different worlds. Okay. How is this looking? Everybody's watching. Welcome to the stream. This is the best stream with the best synchronization between voice and what's going on in the stream. The most synced stream on the internet.
Hey.
Now, what
how
would you
long
say
we
to
gotta
that?
Stand around here.
There's no way we could be synced even greater, any better than this. Way better. I had to kill Google Chrome. Here's the thing, Google Chrome. I love Google Chrome. It sees. It's like the person that goes to the free meal, to any event with a free meal, and it just eats up every free thing. It eats up all the resources. So we are killing Google Chrome from now
I
on.
needed some exercise anyway.
Before we start a stream, how does that sound?
Here they come.
Kill it.
Let's go.
Or I'm going back to Netscape. Or Internet Explorer if it dares do it again. Crap, I'm getting my butt handed to me. Let's pick you up. Stuff up. No damage. Oh yeah, I gotta jump. So some of these enemies you actually have to jump on. I didn't even talk about kind of gameplay, so so as you can see, it's an action RPG. It came out around the same time as Final Fantasy 12, and
Those guys were no
they
challenge
both
at
are in
all.
the same vein of you're attacking, but you have to wait after a while. AOI, did you play this game at all?
Well, we don't have anywhere else to go.
Okay. Go into the village.
Here they come.
You got these little wooden doggies. No wooden doggies live around me. Cannot attack. Oh. See, turn-based. That's why you play this RPG. Yeah, turn-based. I gotta be able to speed up. No, but it's on my bucket list. I absolutely recommend this. This is actually only my second time through the game. I've beat it at launch back in 06. This came out in 06. So next gen had already started with Xbox 360 and stuff, but I remember playing this in tandem with some HD kind of games, so it was kind of weird going back. It's that weird kind of like period where awesome games are coming out at the end of the final games of the gen, but there's some newer stuff. But so I think that was another reason not a lot of people maybe played it. But I absolutely recommend this game. Another reason I wanted to come back to it, and I bought it on sale when they had on the PS4 thing, when they remastered it. Dark Cloud 1, 2, and this came out at the same time. I bought all of them at the same time. But recently I was thinking about this game because
Come on, try it.
every once in a while I try and see if... Oh my gosh, okay. That was stupid of me. Oh my god, I might die here. Okay. Kill him.
Waste of time.
But, what was I saying? Info edge alarm. Recover. Oh, I've got to freaking go out and get it myself. I think I did this the first time around. So there's so many systems to talk about. Let me heal before I die. That's living is kind of my first. Okay, I've got one healing item. Nice. I think I need to get to this village. Please let me get to this freaking village. But I had renewed interest in this game. I remember really liking it, the music being great. I remember having an awesome time with the leveling up. Because Dark Cloud 2 is one of my favorite RPGs of all time. I really like both Dark Cloud 1 and 2, but 2 especially. And then I really loved this one, but I played it the least. I played Dark Cloud 1 and 2, Dark Cloud 2 more. And I played the heck out of Dragon Quest 8 as well. And that came out, but I played this is probably the least I've played of any of their games. I gotta change it back over to my guy. Oh, won't let me. Oh, won't let me. Oh, there you go. But every once in a while I see, is Dark Cloud 3 gonna happen whenever? And there was something more recently that showed something regarding Rogue Galaxy and how when Dark Cloud 2 was already out, they were kind of already showing on the website, teasing, hey, a next kind of thing in our series or RPG, and it was kind of like these silhouettes kind of shots showing the next game from Level 5. Well, it never came to be kind of those silhouettes. Okay. Wow, it got the freaking bait. That sucks.
Fire fruit. I hope there's
But
some in the village.
people started saying that's what Rogue Galaxy was. Rogue Galaxy was supposed to be Dark Cloud 3. So as much as I was begging for Dark Cloud 3, I think it, and I even had this thought a couple years ago, I think we already got it. It's called Rogue Galaxy. So this is the spiritual successor. This was Dark Cloud 3. It essentially is Dark Cloud 3, and for that, I think those three games, Dark Cloud 1, 2, and 3, I think they're great freaking action RPGs. I think Dark Cloud 1 and 2, of course, has different elements than Rogue Galaxy. Those two games, you're building stuff and changing the future and going back between the past and the future with a really cool system where you're building houses and then you're going in the future to see that house become a bakery. All that kind of crazy stuff. It's hard to explain.
What's going on?
So these people hate technology. And I met some freaking people that like love technology in this other part of the place. I don't remember, the story's not freaking a masterpiece in this. It's not getting any Oscars.
It's the effect of
I play these because the style looks cool. I love the cell shaded. I love the battle systems and leveling up, and
What's going on here?
I just love the progression of all these games.
I don't know what you want, but we're a little busy here, as you can see. Leave.
Cran, the chief wants to see you.
Let me in. Just let me
Be right
in.
there. Look, I don't have time for you intruders. Go on, get out of here.
No, you gotta let me in. You gotta let me in, please. So we made it to Briquaqua. They just basically just let me in. They said, no, go away. And now they're cool with me. But I love the freaking music in Dark Cloud 1, 2, and 3. And then if you have the chance, Professor Layton. Have any of you guys played Professor Layton? Oh my gosh, those games are good. Man, I have nobody in my friend group that's ever like laid a hand on Professor Layton. And those games are just freaking fun to pull out and do it. And I think they're all, some of them are on iPhone now and Android. So no excuse anymore. Because before you could say I'm not lugging my DS around. Or my 3DS around, I get that, but... One saved. Just listen to this music. I just love these little weird music. And then the leveling up system on this. So you level up your guys, you get more health, you get more strength just by fighting. But they're called revelation flows. And between Final Fantasy X Sphere Grid and Final Fantasy XII's little sphere thing they have, this has their own. No, I think it was square. They turned it to squares in Final Fantasy XII. But you get items. You have to find like rare items or certain items, and then you put them. You basically give them up to go in these squares, and you get new abilities. What else is there? There's different it's mostly different abilities. Yeah, you're leveling up abilities and stuff through that. Flash sword. Yeah, it's really good stuff. So, yeah, I'm trying to get used to this. I haven't played a ton of it. Maybe 2 hours in? What it's supposed to show? Yeah, about 3 hours in. I won Professor Layton for the Switch last month. What Professor Layton game is on the Switch? The newer one with the girl? Like his daughter, or supposed to be his daughter or something? Or did they bring the games over to Switch? And how did you win it? But another thing around this time, it's funny how Japanese RPGs, as they progress, because I've been playing them since the 2000s, you can see the progression of, they kind of borrow off each other and they keep one-upping each other. So around this time is the Sphere Grid and getting this, and Final Fantasy XII is very similar to this. But they have strategy stuff right here. And then I remember again seeing this around this time. It's 2006, it's a couple of years later, but when Final Fantasy 13 comes out, they also have a strategy kind of thing, and you can kind of auto kind of the stuff. Final Fantasy 12 had it at the time as well, but it's funny, there's trends and stuff that come and go with Japanese RPGs. But I don't really mess with the strategy thing just yet, or did I? Oh, I never changed it. There was a boss and I never freaking... We do fight separately. Exactly, the one with the girl. Through a giveaway on the site for news, reviews, and so on. Oh, cool. I have not played that one. I kind of just, I played all of them up till the last one on 3DS, which was either Azure Legacy or the Magic Mask. I forgot the freaking name. But those, I think all the games are good. The second one or third one, I think Professor Layton 2 or 3, legitimately made me, like, tears were coming down my face. Just emotional, the story.
I wonder how far we've gotten.
And I even looked it up online, like a year, like around that same time, like, did anyone else get affected by this? And other people were saying the same thing, like it emotionally fricked them up. A little handheld game. No other handheld game has ever done that to me. It was so emotionally, like, I don't know, I was engaged into it. Oh, so good. Also, there's a Professor Layton movie, and that is a fun time. I don't know if people like that. I don't know if it got great reviews, but it's a Professor Layton cutscene that's really long. So I loved it. Team Dreamflower Ash. So that might be something... No. So you can see, I like one change, not a change, but a feature of this game is this will light up if there's something to like check out. So Revelation will like light up if you have an item that you can use, but I can't. I'm going up here, getting another, ransacking some houses here. Have you watched anime? Yeah, the one I just mentioned, yeah, it was freaking awesome.
Let's just meet the village leader for now.
Freaking awesome. Let's go meet the leader.
More people here than I thought.
But what's really cool about me coming back to this game is Dark Cloud 1 and 2, I can kind of just boom, boom, boom. I know what the areas are and I've experienced it. This almost feels like a real Dark Cloud 3 to me, and and the updated, you know, upscaled graphics. I kind of feel like I'm getting a new PS2 era.
I just don't like.
a new PS2 era level 5 game, and that feels awesome because I can't remember a lot. Like, I remember this village, and I remember in the late game there's an area I remember, but what do they got to say? There is some RPGs where they have funny things to say. There's goofy little things that people say. This is not one of them. This one is just everybody saying basically the same thing. Can I skip it? I don't have the Earth key. I can't open a gosh darn thing. Ugh. No Sony event this month, and no. Oh, I totally fricked up. Yeah, I said there was going to be a Sony event. I had it on my calendar for some reason with question marks because the rumor didn't happen. No Nintendo Direct. What do you say? Is it because of the coronavirus? It could be. It could be. Well, the Direct doesn't make sense. You can hold up in the office with some freaking mask, but maybe the Sony event was. Maybe they wanted people traveling and all that stuff. Where is the chief now?
Chief is probably the best guy to ask for info.
Okay, where am I going for the chief? Okay. Keep moving. Oh shoot, I kind of, now, this is kind of bringing back memories. I kind of remember this. Okay, this is where the chief's at. Because you have to go here quite a bit.
There's no time to lose. Please, Chief, you must decide for the village.
Was there supposed to be a direct? I think they just did something on Animal Crossing. I think they don't have anything to show just yet. I think they're waiting for E3. Sony, I think, is playing chicken with Xbox. Now it sounds like we're waiting on this price. I think they're waiting to hear about the price before they
We've already
do
decided
it
on the
again. I'm not sure.
sacrifice. Why are you hesitating, Chief? This will save the village. Listen, Chief. The dark fruit is increasing, even as we speak. The more you hesitate, the more lives will be lost.
Luckily, it's not during E3 Gamescom or Tokyo Game
Maybe
Show
there's
time.
another way,
Yes.
another
Thank you,
solution.
Virus, for just going around
What do
this
you say?
time. We're not like any
Grant,
important
I know
stuff.
how you feel about Miri. It's devastating to lose
Just
the
PAX
one you love,
East.
but still,
No, that's not it at all. Don't you see? No kind of sacrifice can save our village. Can't you understand that?
Sacrifice?
What are you doing here?
Lilica.
Fortunately, in this village, they don't have a lot of materials for clothing. Just a real sad story. Real bummer there.
Lilica, is the purification complete?
Yes. I present to you the sacrificial maiden.
Miri.
well then, Chief. We shall make preparations to proceed with the sacrificial rite tomorrow morning.
Mary has got to go.
No! Wait! It's too soon. At least wait until the next full moon.
Impossible. We can't afford any more victims. The ceremony is tomorrow. Place Miri in the Maiden Shrine until the appointed hour. It has already been decided. Don't get any smart ideas, Cran.
Maybe they breathe through the skin like certain other females. Man, I think about that often.
You again? I
Our
thought I
famous
told you to
game
get
developer,
lost.
Kojima,
I owe these people a favor, Cran.
with
Permit them to
quiet.
stay.
Perfect
Lilica,
quiet for Metal Gear.
don't you care about all this? You put up your own sister as a
His
sacrifice.
excuse that she was
and
so
it's all
scantily
your
dressed
fault
was that
Miri's
she could
blind,
breathe through
too.
her skin.
How can you be the head of the
How freaking
Berkako
funny is
warriors?
that? I
when you
think,
can't even
honestly,
take care
that
of your
wasn't
own
even part of it,
sister?
and people just kept saying that stuff, so he made up that.
You're right.
I feel like he added that in later.
It's
Now that
my
I'm kind
fault.
of thinking through it, I think he... so many people jumped on him for having this, like, scantily clad girl he made up and put that in the game. I think that is probably what happened. Now that time has passed. That is absolutely probably what happened.
Why you?
Getting some backstory. It's in sepia tone, so you know it's the past.
That was the day the light faded from Miri's eyes. I couldn't save our mother. What a horrible memory for Miri to bear.
I will say this port has
Then
terrible,
don't make her into a
weird
sacrifice.
vertical scan line
We can
tearing.
help her out of this.
If you just saw it on her face, it's
No,
just
Cran, we can't.
very bad.
As warriors, it is our duty to protect the village. There's nothing I can do.
Fine warrior you've turned out to be. I'm going to check on Miri. You three,
And it doesn't happen all the time, but you
don't
can
do
notice it
anything
sometimes.
stupid. One false step, and you're dead.
Thanks, dude.
Did I hear that right? Miri's going to be sacrificed?
It's the only way.
Man, I think they have just
We don't
great
know why the dark
character
fruit keeps
designs in these
increasing.
games. All of them.
The villagers touch it and get
Just
poisoned.
look awesome.
We'll be wiped out for sure if this continues. We need the Star God's power to put things right again. It's our last hope.
How terrible.
Oh, great. Looks like we're gonna be stuck here for a while.
Who can name in the chat his voice actor? What other character he has done?
Jaster,
Whoever
you wanna
knows
go
it
see
gets.
Miri?
I
Yeah.
will then, if
She's
somebody
at the
guesses
maiden
it
shrine,
right,
right?
I will give the new Sony
Which
date
building is that,
when
I
they're
wonder?
announcing the PS5 details. I love, and Dark Cloud 2, I think has it the best, but even now seeing it when it goes to dark, these games just have a cool atmosphere and kind of mood to them. They're just cozy. That's why I called it the Cozy Hangout on our Twitter.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
I've loved like coming back and playing this game. I just have not played it since 06, so 14 years, which is unbelievable. Steve Blum. Okay, you went further. You guessed it. I didn't
one is
even
the
know
maiden
the
shrine?
actor's name. I just know what he'd done before. So I'll definitely give it to you. Another famous space pirate, Cowboy Bebop. Watch me be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. But you knowing the name scares me. I might be wrong, but...
How many times do I have to tell you? Sacrificing yourself is insane. Come on, don't do this.
I just love these little flutes they have in all their games. This
Miri.
music.
It's alright. As long as it'll help everyone, I'll be okay.
Don't you understand, Miri? You
Some
being
weird vertical
sacrificed
stuff on
isn't
his
going
face.
to help
The
anyone.
lines. What's going on with that?
The Star God won't lift a finger for us.
I think people complained about this
Right.
one. Dark Cloud 1 and 2 are fine.
I have to.
Those were good
Or Lilith
ports, but I
will
think
get
this
in
one had
trouble.
problems.
That's not true. I know your sister.
Even
doesn't
another
want you
awesome
to
main
do
character
this
anime,
either.
Onizuka, and great teacher
I
Onizuka.
wonder.
I've never watched that. Speaking of not watching, on our last podcast, so we do
Miri.
podcast monthly,
Kisala?
and on the podcast,
You're sure about
Jacob,
this?
great friend of the channel, great member of the group. We made a
I'm
bet.
okay with it.
I would watch The
Miri.
Mandalorian. He would watch The Leftovers
But
TV show.
after I'm sacrificed to
We're
the
supposed to be
Star
filming
God,
the podcast tomorrow, so we're going to be airing our thoughts.
Will Lilica be able to make breakfast by herself?
I believe the deal has been made.
Will she know
The deal will come
the
to
right
conclusion.
medicines to use when she's hurt? I wonder if she'll be alright without me.
It's older like Evangelion. But if it ever arrives on Netflix, give it a try, Dweebo. Will do. I've been wanting to get to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I think Travis has been watching that. Can't wait for the werewolf. Yeah, me neither. He better be saying the right stuff, or there might be a live throwdown. I'll have to fight Travis and Jacob at the same time, which might prove a little bit more difficult, but I'll... Here's the sacrifice.
Well,
Just look at this
I'm
character
going
design.
now.
Look at this freaking chief with his eyes, and that headdress.
Miri, are you
Just
all
awesome
right?
character
I'll be
design.
fine. Take care.
I love the character designs. I love them so much. On Dragon Quest VIII, I have the figures of
Well then,
those
you be careful, child.
characters. Dragon Quest VIII characters.
Miri!
Those actually
trying to
weren't.
butt in,
I
Cran.
take that back.
You're a
That was
warrior. Have some pride.
Toriyama who did Dragon Ball. Who did those. I take that back. But they were in a level 5 game, so
We bequeath the maiden spirit
and they might have had some
to
say.
the
'Cause
altar of the star god.
Damn it!
Wait.
Stop right there.
Jeez,
This is a
I feel like
holy
I've been
rite
watching
of
this
the
cutscene
Star
for
God.
30 years.
Don't interfere.
Gosh,
Lilica.
we get it.
We have no other choice.
Oh my
This is
gosh. Sorry, I'm about to like skip this cutscene.
A sacrifice. This isn't right.
Here's Dragon Quest 11 was not
Leave
good
them
enough to get
alone.
the figures.
It ain't
I still
our
liked
place
the
to butt in.
designs.
Let them deal with
And I
this
did
trouble
see
on
that just
their
got a
own.
price drop on the
But
Switch,
we
which
just
I
can't
will be
stand
getting
by
it
and let
for.
this happen. We have to stop them.
Famously
Let's
told
go
on
after
one
them,
of our
Chester.
reaction videos. I think Square Enix is when they announced
Man, why do I
it's
have to
coming
get
to Switch
involved?
on there and with the speed up option. So I will do turn based if I get a speed up option. I asked on Twitter and I couldn't get a good answer if you can speed up on the new Persona 5 remaster thing. I think you can speed up walking between areas. You can speed that up, or no, speed up like dialogue options, which I want to freaking read. I want to read the story, but I don't want to see the same gosh darn animation for the 80th time, you know, every attack. I'm willing to fast forward that, but I couldn't get an answer.
Is there
So
really such a
Persona
thing
5
as the
may still
Star
need
God?
to be Path to the Altar. I have to keep it on my backlog still. Dragon Quest 11 though, I'm picking up. I'm going on a big road trip this summer. Vacation, and I want to grab it before then. Because I think that is perfect time
This sucks.
to play that, especially with 2 times speed, or ultra fast speed, whatever it is. I wish this had ultra speed. I could do it through an
But
emulator,
what
but
can we do?
path to the altar, and there's 2 paths.
I'll take you on.
Let's go.
That's how you get it done.
Not bragging, but I won Dragon Quest 11 for the Switch last October. Dude, you're winning everything. You've got a crime ring going on. You're winning so much, dude.
I'll take you on.
Here they come. Bastards.
Speaking of crime rigging the elections and stuff, there is a new show, documentary on HBO. I'll wait to talk about it more at length for the podcast, but McMillions.
Those guys were no challenge at all.
Wow. That's what AOI was involved with to get all these Switch games.
There's something about this planet I just don't like.
But McMillions, very crazy documentary. Oh god, that doesn't look good. Oh, that looks wrong. Oh shoot, I shouldn't be here. Get me the
Not good.
Get me out of here, get me out of here. I'm blocked, get me out of here.
Pushing our luck too far here.
Jeez, I have no healing items. I should have never left the village because I didn't get any healing items. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go. What's the mission? Let's go to Revelation. What can we do here? Okay, we have that item. Okay, so you can get Star Charm. What's the name? McMillions. McMillions on HBO. So I've got Star Charm. What did Star Charm do? Invokes the power of the stars to damage all enemies. Nice. Well, I can do something else. What am I supposed to do? I gotta go back to this freaking village.
Like I need this.
Man, not these guys.
Guys, why are these so hard out of nowhere?
Hey, you guys better be pulling your weight.
Nothing but tough guys, huh?
This is getting out of hand.
I need healing items or I'm freaking dead. Oh, we can kill some stomps. Oh shoot, I forgot everybody's dead. She lived.
Let's just leave it at that.
Oh, we got a healing potion. And we got a ruby, that looked rare. Okay, we got... Okay, we can... Kinda left. We also got I bet that ruby is a big time for something. Yeah, I can get breakthrough level 2. Nice. Okay. Get me back to the
This
village,
isn't
please,
right.
so I can live. Should have never... I was not thinking. Healing items out the wazoo.
What's with all the gloomy mugs?
Take me to the shop. I gotta get some healing items.
It is possible to be too kind, you
Take me
know.
to the item shop. Come on, Bakakwa, show me what you got. Oh, a Kokolo. Where is the
Where
shop?
Luca and the others went.
Gosh almighty. Got a lot of money. Okay, that's... Yeah, let's get some now. I've got 2 of those. Oh no, I have 0 on hand. I mean, I can buy. Okay, let's start. Let's get his new weapon. Using a lot of my money here. It's not stronger. It's the same. That's more powerful. Okay. It's a lot of money. Might have to wait on that. Get that. Man, let's buy the heck out of these. I'm buying frickin' 25, I don't care. Now we can go here. Yeah, I might need to get more revelation drinks. Recharge drinks. Revelation. R2D2. He gets a level up. I haven't really used him. Alright, let's equip all this crap. Equipment. There we go. One more gun. Best there. Well, I wanted to, how do I freaking crap? Well, no, I don't want to do that. Equipment. White skirt. Okay, let's go find a safe point to heal.
Did you forget why we're here?
Where is the safe point? Okay, it's down here. Doesn't let me jump down the hill. It's one thing coming from a Breath of the Wild mindset and then come to these games, you can't jump down certain things. Oh,
Remember, we're here for the booster oil.
it's like, why
not
can't
the
I just
star
jump
god.
down on that? Speaking of Breath of the Wild, I think there's been some more rumors about Breath of the Wild 2. I wonder what that's going to be. I think it's going to be just a gonzo game. I just really think it's going to be
a better way to
gonzo.
go about this.
I think it's really is going to be the Majora's Mask of this generation, I think. Looks dark and weirdo. You've saved? Boy, I wish I could figure out how to change characters. I like freaking Cowboy Bebop, but oh, there we go. Okay, I did it. Did I save? Yeah, I did. I'm just... I never know if I save or not. One saved? Okay. I don't know what my mission is because I freaking... I think I'm supposed to go the direction I was going.
I've got a good feeling. Let's hurry.
Everyone hopes it gets a release date this holiday season as Nintendo's answer to for the new consoles. That would be freaking amazing. Another new Zelda game. Man, it'll be a.
Seems to be okay with Miri being sacrificed.
How has it been 3 years since Breath of the Wild? That is unbelievable. Maybe this is where I'm supposed to go.
I wonder where Lilica and the others went.
Start by saying. Wish there was something that should. I thought there was.
This
You heard
sucks.
the rumor about a leak that was posted lately. Yes, I did. A good friend of the channel, Kimmy, hipped me to that tune. So I figured that one out. I forgot the name already. He said it had a
The
possible
villagers
name.
won't help us. Let's go.
Thank God the Earth Key. Now I can open up everything around me. Where'd it go? Guess we're going towards the altar. We got new weapons. We've got the Earth Key.
Remember, we're
Earth
here
Key
for
lets
the
me open
booster
up every
pod,
freaking.
not the Star God.
Where's the other? There was other treasure chest. Oh, it was way back there. Not that worried about it. Go down this way. Past Jagu.
Don't fall behind, okay?
I love in an RPG when
I
the
can't just leave those
weapons
two behind.
change depending on what you equip. I think that's so cool. It's just a little touch, but oh, I love
Let's find a path to the altar.
it. Let's. I think we did find it.
This sucks.
Path to the altar. Gosh, these are like hard monsters. Why are they so freaking hard? I'm using that. I'm going nuts. Now I won't skip this because I haven't seen it yet. It's amazing. I think we need to change the strategy and have everybody attack the same
That's how
enemy.
you get it done.
Jeez, that's hard. Great waterfall. Is this the path to the frickin' altar? I think we're going the wrong way. I don't think this is the right
Is there
way.
really such a
These are
thing
just
as the
really
Star
hard
God?
monsters.
Have to do this.
Not these guys.
Oh gosh. So, frack. Another reason I like this. Oh my god, I block. Okay.
Fight too strong. Jaster.
Two shield posts. Oh my gosh. Jeez, I need a freaking. Ugh. Land conscious? Is that what they are? We're outie. We outie. Yeah, we're gonna be howdy on that note. Did you need a strategy guide when you first cleared the game? Crap, it keeps going out. Thank you for warning me about that. As soon as I grab the book. Okay, let's start over. As soon as I grab the book, I cannot believe that. You asked if I need a strategy guide. Yes. So this is a strategy guide to Rogue Galaxy. While I'm at it, because I was laughing at how I tried to make the light blue, and it's just dark. Let me change it back. That looks like wrong now, but that's actually right. I've just seen blue light for too long. Oh god. Rogue Galaxy strategy guide, but there's stuff in the back here. Like, I used to love strategy guides all the time, but there's some of the art. That might be just too small to see on the screen, but there's like some of the art. It's kind of like a mini art book on here. And like, there's a cool little interview. Like, how cool is that? Like, that was some of the stuff I liked about strategy guides. Like, here's all the information about the enemies. You could see like when stuff leveled up, like what items you needed. Like, look at that. They put all the time, like, how much time went into that? It's amazing. The time that went into these, like, what items and weapons and stuff. Like, oh, it's crazy. Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, it is a cool guide, but I was saying Double Jump Books did this. I have a lot of Brady games, strategy guides, and Prima, but not a lot of Double Jump books. I don't know where they came from, but they made the guide to that. Okay, we are about to die, so we need items. We can level up something here for R2-D2 or Steve. Like, I just love like leveling up, and just my OCD kind of developed during these years of playing PS2 RPGs, PS1 RPGs. I just liked 100%ing stuff, and there was a sign that said "Path to the Altar."
This sucks.
Path to the Altar. What is that back here? Maybe I need to check the guide.
Let's find a path to the altar.
Let's. I mean, where else can I go? I can go up. Maybe I should go up. I swear I read a sign that said "Path to the Altar." I'm going up, though. When in doubt, go up.
Are we just going around in circles?
Yeah. Yeah, we are. Path to the Altar is up here, guys.
Remember, we're here for the booster oil, not the Star God.
Valley of Departure. Doesn't sound like the path to the altar to me. Not one bit.
But why?
Something else about strategy guide. What was your favorite strategy guide? Growing up, I'll tell you what one that pissed me off was Dragon Quest VIII's. We're talking about level 5 RPGs. Dragon Quest VIII's didn't want you to spoil stuff. So there was question marks on some of the items' stats.
Hey, how long we gotta stand
Or
around
like what
here?
items, like what level you need to get to level up some weapon. I don't know what it was, but there was question marks on it. I never saw anything more stupid in a strategy guide. That's why I have the strategy guide. That's why I'm reading through it, is to be spoiled, is to figure. So freaking stupid.
I wonder
So
how far we've gotten.
okay, this has gotta be it. What's that? Yeah, it's freaking strong where I'm trying to go, my man. I'm going to Valley Departure, man. That sounds like a path to the altar to me. Man, I just saw that. I think it's back where I was at, but
I wonder where Lilica and the others went.
I have no clue. What's this guy say about this place? I'm going out here.
I've got a good feeling. Let's hurry.
This isn't right.
Sounds almost as bad as the Final Fantasy IX guide. Half of it said to go to the internet site to see the strategy for the boss and so on. Yeah. I forgot about that. I think at the time the site may have still been up, so I didn't even experience that, but I played Final Fantasy IX around... When did I play that? 05, maybe? Around this time, maybe 06, a little bit before? I'm trying to remember, I was definitely late to the party when I played 09. I guess some healing potion, that's good. Yeah, I have the Final Fantasy IX guide though too. It's crazy.
I don't like this.
But why?
Did you forget why we're here?
Yes. We're going left, guys. We have to go left. So yeah, I missed the era of strategy guides, but when it came to Final Fantasy...
I can't just leave those two
I think it might have been 10-2. No, I had 10-2 strategy guide. I think. I thought I had freaking 10-2s. Where'd it go? Maybe I didn't have it, that was my problem, yeah.
Hey, how long we gotta stand around here?
I could have swore I had 10-2s. Now I'm freaking out. I think 10-2 was when the start of, like, I didn't have that guide and I was using video stuff and I didn't get 100%, so I couldn't get the... I missed something while I was playing, I figured out, and I couldn't get the secret ending. But
Something about this planet I just don't like.
There were, when it came to 360 generation, that was when there was sites like game videos. I don't know if anybody remember game videos. There was more sites, like YouTube barely started. It was barely starting back then in like the 06, 07 or whatever, of people posting how to get through stuff in games. And it was relatively new, but it was enough to where I was like, I don't think I need to buy these guides anymore. I can just actually watch someone do it, and it's actually better. I can see the process instead of just reading the descriptions and kind of, what did they mean? They said this. Or sometimes, and this happened a lot in strategy guides, they would say one thing and they actually meant, yeah, go east, but you're supposed to go west. Stuff like that, and you could check that in a video versus, you know, where you're supposed to go versus on a guide you can't. But it also took out, like the guide, you still had to work and you had to figure out some of the stuff, piece some of the stuff together. There's pictures, but there's only so much. Videos you can get pretty one-to-one, and it's almost like, are you really playing the game at some points, you know? But let's switch back over. What's up, Meister G? The best guide is the book that came with the PS3 version of Ni no Kuni, in my opinion. Is there a guide in that? I know what you mean. During that time I used Metro Prime speedruns as a strategy guide. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you use speedruns or whatever, like, what did they do to get past here? Because they're really quick. Yeah, they're really shorter, too. Yeah. But yeah, I miss strategy guides, but at the same time, I mean, even right now, there was recently, I played through Final Fantasy VIII 4 years ago, I can't remember, and I had my strategy guide still, and I brought it back in, and I kind of used it again, so that was pretty fun to like go back through and do it the old school way. But for the most part, if I get stuck, I don't really get stuck in games as much anymore, and when I do, if it's been 45 minutes to an hour and I'm like running around the same circle, I'll pull out my phone and search on YouTube. Such a different time. And that is something that, as much as it's like, oh, everything's so easy and the game's almost playing for you, that's one thing where when I was a kid, I would just put the game away and I'd be frustrated. But now, I can tough it out for 35 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour or whatever, and then I'll be like, I'm frustrated, I'll pull up the phone, and then I'm able to get the next thing. It's like, oh, that was the answer. I'd rather do that. Oh, the Ni no Kuni book that was only a part of the collector's edition. Yeah, that collector's edition had a freaking, I remember that had a time. That was back in 2011 that came out? I just remember that being held to like pre-order or something. Or 2013, was it 2013? I can't remember. It was 2013. I'm gonna say 2011. Never played a Final Fantasy game in my life. What game would you recommend me playing to get in the franchise? 10. 10's my favorite. I think it is the most mainstream. You can get it on the PS4 now, whatever else. I would recommend 7 as well, but 7 has very dated visuals, and I think that 10 can kind of scratch that itch for most people. But I think 7's the best. But I'm going to tip it to 10 because it's on the Switch, it's on the PS4. Well, so is Final Fantasy 7, but I just kind of screwed myself out of my own argument. Yeah, 10 is perfect. I really just, that is my favorite. I tip the hat. I think 7 is the best in the whole series because of the story is so adult, and just some of the writing in that is just so awesome. I think 10, and then even revisiting as an adult when they did the HD remaster, I was kind of getting tired of some story elements, and everyone talks like this. We must go to the lightning, the thunder plains. And everything's way too slow. All that being said, Final Fantasy X is so dear to my heart. I will do one day a hangout where I'm playing through it. I will play through the whole game. Because I just freaking love that game so much. Switch over here. Kill some mushrooms.
That was a cinch.
10 has the temples that suck without a guide. Now, when I did the HD remaster, now when I was a kid, I would use this. I have the Final Fantasy X strategy guide. And as an adult, I remember someone saying that, like, yeah, you gotta have the strategy guide. And I was like, no, I'm doing this alone, and I did do those
I
temples.
wonder where this is.
It gets kind of crazy at times towards those last couple ones, but I don't think it was bad. I actually got stuck because when I played it as a kid, I'd always get one of the harder to get summons towards the end of the game. You have to go on a side quest to do it. It's a big deal. And as a kid, I was having trouble, and I remember my friend playing at the same time. You gotta get that summon, and I did go get it, and it helped me tremendously with the final boss and all this other stuff. As an adult, I didn't have time. I didn't want to do that quest again, so I did it without that. I did it without that summon. Well, I think the PS4 and the PC version add like an easy mode, I think, or is that only in 7? I don't know if they add it in the 10, Final Fantasy 10, but I was dying a lot without that summon. And it took me quite a couple tries to beat Final Fantasy 10 without that summon, but that's where it gets hard for me. Well, I understand the narrative. I jump into 7. Yeah, all those games are their own narrative. They're a whole new like games, and they borrow some of the item descriptions, and you've probably seen the little yellow birds in gaming, the chocobos. They borrow certain elements, but it's all a whole different game. You can go into any of them. The only ones you can't is Final Fantasy 10, 2 of course, Final Fantasy 13, 2, and 3. Those are continuations of the same. You probably could even still play those, but you know, you'd probably be missing out on some of the stuff. Which reminds me, I still need to play Final Fantasy 13, 2, and 3. Or Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13, 3. I've heard 2 pretty much is like upgrades a lot of the complaints that was with Final Fantasy 13 1, the original. So I want to check that out, but can I speed up the battles? That is the question. Bulk, Earth Key, nothing can hold me back. Now, Ancient Scrolls, I know it's a Revelation thing. Yeah. What's he get? Burning Strike level 1. Okay.
I wonder where Lilica...
Okay, finally we're going the right way. What's this? I'm gonna spit this gum out.
A downed ship.
This looks like a Zerardian cruiser. Probably crashed here while on a tour of the Draken wilderness.
Datron.
Datron.
Datron
Speaking
is the
of
galaxy's
Final
top spaceship
Fantasy
manufacturer.
7,
Kinda strange that it crashed.
they showed
They're
at
famous for their quality.
one of the figures they had announced. So some of the remake Final Fantasy 7 stuff.
What's that?
But they showed
found it. Any ideas?
they showed
Looks like a free
these
shot. It's a
like the
gun that'll
figures
freeze
in
anything
Final
it
Fantasy 7 or
shoots.
what the character models look like.
I wonder if it's still usable.
And it's those old crappy polygon model figures. I'm getting the whole set. Like, I don't care
still
how
some
much those
charge
are.
left, though.
I'm not really into figure collecting as much as I was. That was a big part of the channel when I first began. I just don't have the funds really to do that anymore, and there hasn't been any
That's a real
figures
shame.
I've wanted anyways. But those freaking Final Fantasy 7. Oh, look them up. Final Fantasy 7 polygon figures, whatever. Oh, amazing. I'm getting the whole freaking set. Skip them, Dweebo. 13-2, the real ending. It's DLC, and it plays like DLC. Even the DLC has a real ending that you only get when you beat the boss.
Hey,
And with
how
5-star
long we
rating.
gotta
Good luck
stand
with that.
around
Oh,
here?
that sucks. That's a bummer. That is a big bummer.
Everyone
Yeah,
seems
maybe I
to
won't.
be okay with Miri being sacrificed.
Didn't take much convincing for me. Anything that's turn-based is gotta be able to speed up some battles. Okay. I got the freeze shot.
Let's find a path to the altar.
There's a lot of ho-ho bird feathers. It's got to be in the Revelation. I knew the bird feathers got to be somewhere. Fire resistance, cool. Nobody else needs the ho-hos?
I think it might be this way.
Frozen slasher. Let's see if that can be used by me. Can I use that? Please? For 13.3, the last area of the game, you have to get a certain weapon from a certain enemy there. Otherwise, it's impossible to beat the last boss, even with DLC weapons. Well, that sounds awesome. AY, I think you'd be proud to know. I don't know if you were able to tune in. I can't remember if you did. I beat Shenmue freaking 3. And I had money to do the, to get the item I needed you were mentioning. Because I went ahead and did that for the Hangout. I was like, well, I'm going to have that. And I ended up getting past that point. And I was like, oh, I'm towards the end. This is going to be a fun Hangout. It ended up being just a freaking hilarious disaster by the end. But I don't know if you caught that. But I didn't know you could use certain weapon items to heal during battle, which I needed to beat that final boss. And I had to pull weeds. Oh my gosh, anybody wants to check that out. It's even if you want to skip to the end, it's just my friend's trying to leave, John's trying to leave, he's got work in the morning. I'm keeping around pulling weeds. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Meister G did support me in the chat, yeah. I remember I was like, I didn't think you were there, but might as well wait till Fantasy VII Remakes comes out and graphics is an issue. Yeah, I mean, Jacob, I think, is someone that's just like, I'll just play the remake, and maybe that'll be fine. I think that 7, I think that original, you get the whole game, and it still holds up, just story-wise, and what it's doing is just the mood and the atmosphere. I think it holds up, but I don't blame anybody waiting for the remakes. They're so close now, you might as well. Abilities, equipment. There. Who gets the frozen slasher? It's not him. This guy. It's Zegrum? Requires level 15. I'm level 14. Okay, when I get level 15, oh my gosh, I'm freezing so much stuff. It's gonna be nuts how much stuff I'm gonna freeze. But yeah, Shenmue 3, I'll talk about it on the podcast tomorrow, but
still hasn't been sacrificed, right?
Wouldn't recommend. Wouldn't recommend that game. Flame covered beast, beware of live coals while hunting.
There's something about this.
How do I
just
find
don't
this freaking
like.
altar? I think I'm going in every direction except the right one. Ooh, 2 treasure chests. Now the mimics in this game will destroy you, so if there's a mimic here, I'm freaking destroyed. I'm lost. Without hope. No, I'm stronger now. I'll kill him in one hit. The potions. Magic lipstick. It's gotta be a revelation item. Somebody's gotta use this lipstick. Give it to her. Angel's Kiss. Perfect. Angel, you get the lipstick. I get the picture. I want to keep that divine healing just in case.
What's with all the gloomy mugs?
What's with all the gloomy bugs? Last point for Final Fantasy 13-3. That area you can miss the weapon that you need for the boss. Right before the boss, it asks you if you want to save, but when you save and die, you can't get the weapon anymore. Man, that reminds me of a part in Xenosaga 1 where if you jump down, there's a save point. You can't get back up from there if you save over your file, which I did as a kid, and I couldn't continue to level up. Oh, I can exchange points. I'm gonna have a ton of stuff. Nothing. Man, I hate when games do that where it's like, more modern games are better at that. Well, 13.3, I just said modern games with 13.3 at it. I don't say games made after 2013 or 2014, whatever it was.
I can't just leave those two behind.
See, this just feels like a cozy game. It has this like soothing music. I feel like chilling out. I don't feel like getting crazy except during the battles. That's when I wake up. Just curling up with a blanket. This is the coziest game. Dragon Ball. Dark Cloud 1, Dark Cloud 2, and Rogue Galaxy. I highly recommend. They're all on the PS4 store. And they always have sales. They always have sales and I see them pop up. And I've even retweeted them. Oh, I can get it if I can get a challenge. If I can kill this Moo Moo. Guys, let's kill this Moo Moo.
Like I need this.
Bouncing. Can't kill this Moo Moo. Did I do it? Won the challenge.
You guys were no challenge at all.
Yeah, those games are always on sale. These games are always on sale sometimes.
It is possible to be too kind, you know.
So where you guys are at? Let's talk coronavirus now that you guys are in here.
Come on, try me.
You're in different parts of the world, different parts of the country.
That's how you get it done.
What is kind of the... Are you guys okay? Are you guys... What is the status? Give us a corona update. I did mention on the tweet there was going to be some corona talk. What is the corona update for you guys? I beat Xenogears last August for the first time. That part with not leveling up anymore sounds familiar. Yeah, it gets a part where you can't... Yeah, you get kind of stuck towards the end too. You really got to be careful. I'm remembering that. It's towards the end, right? I don't know what it is about these end part of games that get really hard. Oh, crap. It's hill. Barry. Did you see what PS Plus games are coming in March? Shadow Colossus remakes and Sonic Forces. Looking forward to playing Shadow. I never played the original or the remake. Man, you're gonna have a great time, man. That is one of the best games ever created. I think it really is just a classic.
Hey,
It is a
how long we
freaking
gotta
10 out of
stand
10.
around here?
Perfect game. Now, as much as I say that, I like Last Guardian better than Shadow, but Shadow's a very... I still give it a freaking classic. 10 out of 10 for me. Oh my gosh, this couldn't be
Get this
worse.
over with.
Look how hard these... Oh, my action gauge is too...
Here we go.
Come on, see if you can take us.
These... Can I use an item, please? Everyone is going to get healed. gonna use everybody's freaking skills. This enemies do not play around. Change equipment abilities. I'm using my ability. We are freaking you up. Oh my gosh. See, I'm like, frick, look at that. Look how close I am to death from one hit from that thing. Oh gosh. Gosh, see that? There's so, oh my gosh, mimics just run your life. Jeez. Yeah, Shadow Colossus. I hope the virus doesn't get in the way of releasing the new consoles for this year. I think everything's getting kind of hurt. Also, I ordered something. My birthday was recently, and I ordered a present for myself. It was it's over my car radio, but it came from China. And I had to look up before even ordering. I was like, do I really need something from China right now? And I looked up and it can't like transfer through packages. It's fine. It won't live on the package for too long. And it took a while to get here. It took like 2 weeks or something. I think I'm good. Don't tell me otherwise if it doesn't, because it's in my house. It's too late. But I think I'm good. And it came from Singapore. Where's Singapore at? But I think it came from China. And it went to Singapore. I don't know. All that to be said, I think I'm safe. I looked it up and I think I'm safe. I looked at several things online and people said don't worry. Because that is a legitimate concern. There's packages you're getting from China. You know, items, stuff come from China, whatever. Someone has to be, you know.
The star god.
What a gift. Gift is German for poison. Yeah, I allowed poison to come in here. My wife even said, I hope you disinfected that. I did wash my hands and throw away like the box it came in. And
No use standing around.
but I was like, what a time that I needed something straight from China.
Not these guys.
This looks freaking
Like I know.
oh gosh, everyone's freaking hurting. Man, I need even more healing potions. I can't speak. Let's do fire sword. He's got a fire sword. Those look like enemies that could really get caught on fire here. Dude, this is freaking hard. Jeez. It's still the same thing. Oh my gosh, I'm losing all my freaking healing potions. Let's change the strategy to everybody attacks the same. See how that goes for me. There's a save. At least we got a
Here for the
save
booster
point.
oil, not the
We'll be able to
star
teleport back and get more potions too. I think we should do that. Or Quaqua. Where is Quaqua? Me and my fellow Canadians were warned and told to start stocking up on food because they worried of a pandemic on the country. So do not take a deep breath like when you open a new game. Yeah, I'm not smelling it like I do when I open a new Apple product. I love that smell. That is one of my favorite smells. What is your guys' one of your this is a weird question. Favorite smell?
I wonder how far
One of my
we've
favorite
gotten.
is opening up a new Apple product, like an iPhone or a MacBook, the iMacs. Oh my gosh, that smell is like awesome. And gasoline. I would not recommend huffing gasoline, but that is a good smell. Permanent markers. Talking favorite smells tonight.
Hey, how long we gonna stand around here?
But yeah, I'm getting into that radio part with like a hazmat suit. Apple guy.
Don't fall behind, okay?
Absolutely. No, I did retweet something today where on the new Mac Pro computers that they have, these are extremely, they're high-end, expensive computers. They have an option to buy wheels. You can move it around. It's more like something you kind of move around the office, unplug, and kind of move around different stuff. And that's really powerful for people like that are working on photos and videos, like kind of like me, like kind of studio people. But you have to get the wheels for this thing are $400. The margins on what it takes to make those wheels and what they're making are astronomical. And certain items that Apple has, like, people complain about their MacBooks and their iMacs. I'll even give them a pass on that because, like, I've had my iMac, I've had my MacBooks and stuff for years, and nothing ever goes wrong. Like, they are so locked in. But when you're charging $400 for wheels, like basically chair wheels, and here's what the article is about or complaint about, they don't have a stopper. So on most, of those wheels, like I have some of them out in my garage or whatever on like movable shelves. There's a stopper you press down on and it can't move the wheels. That doesn't even have that. And I tweeted because like between that and the mouse, that is one thing I never let up on Apple. As much as I freaking love Apple, it's like I'm holding you to a better standard, and that sucks. That really sucks. Yago milk. We need some Yago milk, guys. What else do we need? 8 million hill potions. Let's get crazy. Let's do 44 of them. I'm going nuts because I'm using them every freaking 5 seconds. What do we need this for? Let's use that. Yago milk. Gasoline, Meister G says, new game case, brand new car. All awesome smells. The brand new car smell is the most rarest. You don't really smell that one often, but when you do, it's like, oh. Sounds like Sean's hospital story with the stick in the eye. That was terrible. So there's a story on the Mega 64 podcast AOI talks about where his daughter, one of the members' daughters, ran into a stick, like there was a bush or something, and it like went through the eye. And that kind of reminds me when he was telling that story. I had a kid. Oh, this is like still makes me cringe. There was a kid in our elementary school. I think it was a year below me, and they had these out in the hallway. They had these like flags or something. I don't even know what they were for. They were newer, like they were just decorating the hallways with them, or their room specifically. But this room with these kids or whatever, these 4th graders or whatever it was, had this flag sticking out, and it was a metal pole. I don't know if the end was like pointier or like tiny or something. And he ran into that, and his eye went into it, and it like jabbed into his eye. I still think about that because like, then for the next couple of weeks he had a patch over his eye, and I was like, what happened? And it's like those flags you saw, he ran into that. Oh, I got pushed into it. I don't know what happened, but ugh, I still think about that. It still just makes me cringe to this day. That happened in elementary school. Still think back on that. Oh, we can transport. We don't need to freaking run, guys.
The villagers won't help us. Let's go.
The villagers won't help us. Whee! Yeah, jumping, that was in Dark Cloud too. New feature. Let's teleport to path to the altar. Nope. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that was a freaking crazy story. Any eye stuff is just, ugh, I just can't even deal with it. I can deal with the gore. The eye stuff makes me cringe, I'll admit, but when movies have like blood and there's people getting their arms cut off and blood squirting everywhere, or like blood on people, they can see it. That doesn't bother me. Like some people just pass out and gag over that. It's when I get thinking about guts,
I wonder
like guts in movies and people cutting, ugh, and the guts falling out. Like that is where I can't handle it. And I have to walk away. Meister G, my birthday was 2 days ago. Turned 18 officially an adult. Congratulations and happy birthday, Meister G. You are officially an adult. Happy late belated birthday to you. We're gonna save in honor of that. I just had my birthday this month too.
I can't just leave those two behind.
Yes, you can.
Get out! You need my help, huh? Why now? It's a little late for you to be making requests. I don't care what.
I say first thing now that you're 18, go get a lotto ticket.
And you can tell the chief I said so.
I think for my 18th birthday, like some of my family got me lotto tickets. Do they have the lottery in Canada? Is that over there? Okay, some guy got kicked out of the house.
What's with you? Do you need something from me?
No. Nothing really.
What? Is that? No, it can't be. I smell a gadget! Where is it?
Huh?
He smells a gadget.
Whoa! That's a rare thing you've got there. That's a freeze shot, isn't it?
Huh? What? Oh, this. Well, yeah, but it's broken.
Broken? Then fix it! Don't let it go to waste! Poor thing! Can't you feel its pain? Here, let me see!
I'm gonna check that Final Fantasy 9 guide real quick while this is going on. Shoot. Yeah, it says play online on there.
I wonder if it's okay.
We've got nothing to lose, at least.
There's a ad for
Can a
the
free shot
failed
ice
Final
evoke
Fantasy
rivers
movie
and
back
stuff
here.
like that?
Didn't turn out
That
too
should be a
good.
piece of cake. A good model could even freeze a waterfall.
Wow, that's
Some
cool.
ads for the figures, which they don't show.
Promise me one thing. No using machines for
Notes
evil.
page. I played the heck out of 9. It's not one of my favorites. I think it's the most forgettable for me of all the Final Fantasy games, outside of like
Here you go.
some of the 8-bit ones, originals.
Is
But
it fixed?
Try it and see.
yeah, for more detailed boss fight strategy, refer to play online, and they give you a keyword. Shoot, I just shot that guy with ice. Yeah, they give you kind of like bulleted kind of things, huh? I didn't really notice that. I think I was leveling it up so much it didn't really affect me, but yeah, I didn't do any of the tip stuff. I guess kudos for them trying to do a merge thing, but it's kind of like on like a game you buy, kind of where you have to download the rest of the game, a la Spyro. The Spyro games came out recently. Final Fantasy 9 just it had some cool stuff in it. And I really freaking was obsessed with leveling up the characters. Some games, Final Fantasy 9, 10. I'm trying to think. 8, Final Fantasy 8. I loved the thought of maxing out the characters and levels, like getting to 99. I did it on all those games, but I haven't done it in a while. Freeze shot has been repaired. Yeah, we repaired it. We killed this guy. I got my first car. I think it's.
About that. You okay?
Excuse me.
Tell you about hurting
Oh, I
people.
think it's better than a lottery ticket.
You gotta be more careful.
First car.
Machines
What
are
car did you get, if you don't mind me asking?
hurting.
Special art in the back or interviews, even though it's made by a bigger name. Yeah. Freaking double jump books did it.
Watch where you point that thing. Anyway. there
Yeah,
you
they just
go.
give you
You're all
ads, huh?
set. See you later.
There's not a lot of
Thanks
stuff
a
about
lot, Cheerio.
enemies. There's not really a lot of enemies, it seems
See
like.
ya.
Not a lot of enemies in Final Fantasy 9.
Machines aren't bad unless you misuse them. It's the use
Versus that book, but they could
difference.
be.
I
There's
wonder
quite a
if
lot.
the chief will ever understand that.
Yeah, 9 just was always. I like the character designs. They just showed off new figures of. All Final Fantasy 9 characters are awesome, but they're $100 for 2 of them. One guy with the red hair, and I can never figure out the guy with the red hair's like look. He's got like a teal face. His face is hidden over the red hair. It's a weird design. Kind of neat though. Got a myriad branch. Oh, excuse me.
Even the Burkakwa
Black
villagers wanted a
2013
sacrifice
Cadillac,
stopped.
but it was used. Awesome, man. Congrats. That's really cool. And Ruby. Oh, someone's got to be able to use this. Oh, yeah. Everybody's wanting to use it. Oh, we can get a lot of stuff now. Lightning resistance level 1. Okay, I think that's it. What's in here?
If you got a free shot, there's only one thing to do.
Always treat machines with respect. Always treat machines with respect. God, I bet we're gonna use the Earth key for this. Without the freaking star key. Jeez. What is that? Does anyone know what that is? Does your wife know that you want to get all the Final Fantasy 7 polygon figures? She does not know yet. But she will know when she goes to pay for her food
You
during her
really
lunch
owe it
hour.
to Cheerio.
And it says, oh, sorry, your card's declined, ma'am. It looks like here, your husband bought Final Fantasy 7 action figures. And then she'll know. That's how she'll figure out. What car do you drive? Drive a Mazda 3. Mazda 3. I wish I was driving a Tesla though.
She'll be in trouble if we don't.
I got to
hurry.
ride in a Tesla the other day. For the first time, and that, to me, I don't even have to do this. Let's run away, actually. These people are mean, and I'm gonna actually teleport. I rode in a Tesla the other day, and man, it's just... It, to me, when I had my first iPhone, I'll never forget that like kind of feeling of going from a not smartphone to a smartphone. Getting in a Tesla, I'll never forget you know, riding in one for the first time, you know, the other day, I was like, this feels like it did when I had the iPhone. For the first time, this is the iPhone of vehicles.
I wonder how far we've
Looking at my vehicle now and knowing, you know, it's such a change between the acceleration was like, I felt like I was in a space. You feel like you're in a jet. It is so quiet. It's so smooth. It's amazing. And pretty soon, like a lot of other vehicles will, you know, they'll catch on just like the iPhone did, and or Android, you know, finally called up to iPhone, and they have their phones, and a lot more people are able to enjoy it. I think more Tesla competitors are going to come about. Everyone's going to have an electric car and stuff, but to have that taste of that the other day was really cool. Teleport. Where are we teleporting? Where am I going? Gosh, I think I have to go all the way up. Okay, I was on the right track. I gotta go up and around. Yikes.
We can't sacrifice her. That's just wrong.
Man, not these guys. Like I need this.
That is a lot better than everybody attack the same.
Let's just leave it at that for now.
Did he level up yet? So I can use my freeze slasher? He did not.
Sacrifice, huh?
The Tesla Cybertruck looks dope. Yes, it does. Love that design. We're making memes about it, but
Villagers want this
man, I love weird. I love
Come on,
it looks
try
so
it.
much different than everything else.
Take you on.
I would take it. I like the Model 3 a little bit better, but the truck is
Try to
cool.
show off in front of me.
And you have a lot more room and stuff too. Very cool design. Very, very cool.
Let's get this over with already.
But what's funny is ask any women in your life what they think of the Cybertruck and see what they say. Every woman I've asked hates the Cybertruck, the design of it. Every man thinks it looks cool. There's some people in my friend group, I'll take that back, that makes fun of it, but for the most part, ask the women in your life what they think.
Like I need this.
Dude, I'm about to die because these freaking spiders. Luckily, I bought 8 million of these village potions. I gotta get him to do a drunken rage. Gosh, Tiny. Oh yeah, I forgot to do burning strike. Perfect. Dude.
That's how you get it done.
I want a Tesla in the future as well. The Model S is my favorite out of the bunch, but I love all of them. That's what I wrote in was a Model S, yeah. But I like the Model 3. I'm fine with the Model 3. Model S does look freaking
Nothing but tough guys,
cool,
huh?
man. They should make one in pink, and then let's see what the females say. Yeah, if the Cybertruck was in pink, Cybertruck was in pink. Oh, this is the
Something
best
about this
design.
planet I just
Yeah, I
don't
know.
like.
I know what you're up to, women. You like the color pink. If it said Michael Kors on the side, change your tune real quick. Okay. Some flash oil on this guy. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, heal. Heal me. Gosh, I'm getting clobbered. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Everyone's dying at once. This ain't good. Gosh, I might have getting freaking clobbered. How am I running through these healing potions so far? I cannot see what I'm doing. Jaster!
What a waste of time.
Jaster! You got the level 15, you know what that means. It's freezing sword time, baby. And it's revelation time. What's Steve got? Electric thing. Equipment. Yeah, look at that. 102. Hemp. Was this PS2 game ported to the PS4? Yes. Yes, it was. They ported it and upscaled it. I still wish that I think going forward we're gonna get PS4 and everything going forward backwards compatible. I think it's all the architecture stuff they're using. I think it's going to be backwards compatible for the foreseeable future. I think they'll get into streaming some point when all that happens, or at least some downloadable service where you'll be able to download the games, kind of like Nintendo Switch Online. But man, I wish there was a way we could figure out the rights. I know. I think rights and contracts are written to where it's like, hey, when we want to port this to future systems, sign off on that. You know what I mean? Like, that is baked into the contracts. Some of these PS1 games and PS2 games, I think, are lost in some of those contracts, and none of that was written, and who has the rights. But I really wish that they would figure out to get all the games from those systems, and let's back them up and you know, have them on some service or some whatever. Yeah, it would be a dream. I hope they figure that out. Nintendo Online, I think, has the right ideal. They just need to add more crap. I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. It's these 4 rinky-dink NES games a month or a week or whatever. It's not enough, really. Ooh, I want to get all this stuff. It's on the revelation chart. I'm doing it. I don't have enough money. Okay. I'm gonna buy 1 resurrection. Get 1. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna miss this generation. So many great games and memories made. Absolutely. This was an awesome generation. But I feel ready to go to the next one. I'm definitely ready. Now, from the 360 generation to now, it just felt like forever. I don't know if you guys remember, but from 2005 to 2013, that's 8 years. We were waiting 8 years for it. So from, well, this is kind of close. This is 7, and we'll have it from 2013 till, you know, the generation PS4 and Xbox One. That's 7. For some reason, 8 felt too long. 8 was like we were just dying by the time. I didn't think I was a kid and I'm more impatient then, but it just felt forever. Oh, I got both these. What did I get here? Illusion Sword and Whirlwind. What's that? Bit of mushroom there. Drink. Okay. Well, guys, it's 9:30. I think we're gonna go into a... Next thing is like a boss, maybe. I think it's a good time to call it. So I've got to get to bed. Final one save. Cool. Well, thanks for joining me tonight, guys. And thank you to those watching later, watching on the archived upload of the Hangout. I might return to Rogue Galaxy. I might even do it on a random day, whatever, because this is such a cozy game. It's fun to talk to people while I'm playing. You don't really have to pay too much attention to it. It's no Shenmue 3, but it's still good. Shenmue 4, there might be a hangout for that, possibly. You never know. But never again Shenmue 3. I will never place that disc in my console again. But thank you guys for joining me. Shouts out AOI, Meister G, the real OGs. And if you haven't already, check out Dweebo YT on Twitter. That is our Twitter account. You'll find out when we're going live with our Hangouts, podcast. When that goes up, all that stuff gets posted on there, new videos, all that fun stuff. We will be filming our podcast soon, and that will be up in the coming days. I'm going to try to make the final day of the month. If I don't, it will be the 1st of March. So, hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun. I know I did. Rogue Galaxy, great time. The coziest. I need a blanket next time wrapped around me. That's going to be... I'm going to figure that out. But, yeah. Thank you guys. Have a great night. And one last thing. Stay safe and stay healthy. We've got an epidemic out there. The news told me to bar the windows, and I've already done that. I've already put wood up, but you can't even see out of my house. But I don't know how to get food now. But that is the cost of the coronavirus.